Alright, hello guys, and welcome to another video. We are continuing with this question paper of 2022. It's test 2.1. So let's look at question 2. It says consider the flow diagram below. There is our flow diagram, which comes from the topic of functions and relationships. And the instruction for A is for us to use the diagram to find the output values X and Z. Okay, and remember guys, when looking back at how the flow diagram is, we know that this part is for the inputs and this part is for the outputs, right? Another thing is that for us to get our outputs, we need to have the inputs, and you can see here we have the input here, we also have it here. So we'll use these two inputs in order to find these two outputs. Okay, and we are going to answer this question using this rule. Okay, this particular rule. So my approach to this question is quite simple and straightforward. It's for me to actually write this rule in an algebraic form. How is it supposed to look in an algebraic form? It means we must write this in a form of an equation, all right? An algebraic equation whereby we have y is equal to this thing, all right? So here we can see that for us to get the output, what happens is that we take the input value multiplied with 2, and then that result will be subtracted by the 5. Okay, or let me put it like this: we will subtract the result. Let me rephrase: we will subtract -5 from that result. So I will have the x value multiplied by the 2 and then minus 5. So my rule is going to look like this: y is equal to 2x minus 5, right? This is how my rule is going to look in terms of a formula. Okay, and then this is what I'll use to get my output values. All right, let's use our rule. We are looking for which values? We are looking for the x and the z. So we want to know what this x is equal to and the z. So how do we use our rule? We are going to use our rule in this form. We know that the x represents what? These values that are here. And the y represents these values that are here. So where we see x, we'll substitute with this 1 and this 4 in order to get these two values. Let's do that. So I'll have y is equal to 2 in brackets. I'm looking for this 1, so I'll use this input 1, then subtract by 5. Can simply use a calculator to solve this in an exam situation. If you are relaxed, use your head. What is 2 multiplied by 1? It is 2 minus 5. And what is 2 minus 5? It's going to be equal to -3. So x is equal to -3. Okay, and now we are going to find the z, and for the z we are using this input value. All right, so where we see x, we will substitute by 4. And remember guys, every time you substitute, put a bracket. Okay, so we'll say y is equal to 2, and this is the output. This is the input that is going to give us this output. So where I see x, I'm gonna put 4, then minus 5. And from here I see what is 2 multiplied by 4? It is going to be 8 minus 5. And what is 8 minus 5? It is a positive 3. So z is equal to 3. Okay, that's how you answer A. Okay, you can always find these values using your calculator. Let me just show you how. So this is our rule, right? And remember I said where we see x, we'll put our input values. So what we'll have is 2 in brackets 1 minus 5, and that gives us a negative 3. And then we'll say 2 in brackets what do we have, 4, then minus 5, and that gives us a positive 3. So you can use a calculator in that manner, but without a calculator, this is what you do. Okay. So yeah, here when you answer, you'll say x is equal to negative 3 and z is equal to 3. Okay, 2 marks. Easy, 2 marks. Let's go to B. B says use the diagram to find the input value y. And you see that we are given the output value. So we'll use this output value in order to find the input value. And like you always say, for us to find the output value, the input value, we do the inverse operation. If here I subtracted a 5, it means I'm gonna now add a 5 to what? To this answer. And then after that, because I multiplied by 2 here, the inverse of multiplication is what? It is division. So I'm gonna work backwards. Okay, I'm gonna find this answer using a calculator, and then I will find it by means of calculating, or rather working it out. So let's use the inverse operation. Because we subtracted the 5, we are going to add it, because the inverse of negative is positive. Here, because we multiplied by 2, the inverse of multiplication is division. So we are working backwards, doing the opposite of what we did to get the 11. So it means we'll say 11 plus 5. Get the answer there. It's 16. And then we'll divide by 2. And we get 8. So our answer for y is going to be 8. Y is equal to 8. Okay, let's solve this. So we have y is equal to 2x minus 5. We know that y, which is the output, is 11, is equal to 2x minus 5. So we'll take this 5, put it this side. It means we'll be adding it. I don't know if you noticed that. From there, it means what we'll have is 2x minus 5 is equal to, we'll have 2x is equal to 11 plus 5. Do you see? We are adding to the 11. And what is going to be the answer there? It's going to be 2x is equal to 16. And then we divide by 2 on both sides. So x is equal to 8. Yeah, that's how you'd find 8. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. And that's what you do, guys.